Hello everybody, my name is Benny and welcome to The Fool's Apprentice. Oh my god. I did a video last month saying I'm going to be doing videos, taking my shine, not rushing myself. And I really took that to heart because I haven't recorded a video since and we're in July. So this is officially my third video in this year. But that doesn't mean I haven't been active in using my cards and using them to deal with the grief and all the other stuff that I've been dealing with. But I've acquired several decks during that time as well. One of them was a gift. One of them was completely unexpected. One I ended up swearing I would never get. I'm looking at the decks right now. But I've really enjoyed them. And so what's really amazing this year is I got 7 or 8 decks that I'm going to be showing, which I did that like when I first started tarot. I did that in a week. And then I have some on Kickstarter that I'm waiting for that will be coming along. But I'm back. I feel really good. I'm excited to show these decks. And give me a minute and I'm going to flip the camera over. Okay. And I'm back. So, this is a deck that I thought I would never, ever purchase. I just didn't resonate with it. But, however, this is the most recent Kickstarter with the additional cards. What I found surprising, well, I don't know if I'm really surprised. These are the backs. They're very rose petal-y. So they're kind of, I don't like this kind of rose petal because it makes it difficult to shuffle. Is this right? Sometimes I get confused with what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. Okay, here we go. So shuffling it isn't necessarily the easiest, but it's not necessarily the worst as well. But pulling cards can be a pain in the butt. However, so I ended up getting this deck because I had seen it so many times in other people's channels that I decided this is a deck I really do want. I want to give it a shot, which was very surprising to me. I love using this with the Black Tarot Cherry version. They really, really complement each other very well. And, it's like you hear a song. It's not really particularly for you. It's brand new. But the radio plays it so often that you get to a point where you start really liking it and it starts becoming your jam. And so that's what happened with this deck. Oh, God, they're a mess. These are backwards and upside down. But I really like this card. I think what I like more than anything are the images. Not the images, the words. Because the words really resonate with me and gives me a lot to work with. Look at that. It's beautiful. Let me see if I can adjust the lighting. Give me 1 second. Okay, I adjusted the lighting a bit. Hopefully that works better. Like shock, I like that word. Security, openness. That's a little weird for openness, but like open your heart. Support. Very nice deck. So I've used it a few times, not a lot. And I've been pleasantly surprised with how it works with me. This is a deck that feels very supportive. Really tells you what you need to hear in a very kind and straightforward way. So I don't know when I got this. I have no particular. They're not in any particular order. Okay. I should wait for that one. Okay, so I love this deck. When Olga speaks. When I say I love this deck, I love this deck. I use Olga, when Olga speaks with the Spoiler Tarot. I think they complement each other extremely well. I had the one that was on sale on MPV, right? I think that's right. Playing cards. Making playing cards, MPC. But I had the one. I wish it was a clam box. I had the one. I haven't opened it yet. I still got the little plastic thing. Oh my God. So I had the. Someone gifted me a copy of this, which was very gracious of her, because I was just talking about how much I really liked it. I love this black edging. But this deck really spoke volumes to me. I just felt instantly connected. And it actually has my favorite. It has my favorite card of any Oracle card or Oracle deck, I should say, I own. And I just love how the images work with each other within. I love the colors. I like the font at the bottom, very easy to read. The backs are beautiful. But I needed the guidebook because the other one didn't come with the guidebook. So I ended up getting this one so I could have the guidebook. And even the cardstock, I think, is different. If you want to see a side-by-side of this deck with the one that came before it, let me know. And I'll do a side-by-side. I might do one anyway. Isn't that beautiful? I think this is a new card because I don't remember this card. But let's see if we can find my favorite card. I love this one, Distracted. I love the Retreat. This is another one that's really good. Reminds me of my childhood. Negotiation, what a powerful word. Exposed, avoidance, the ally, tend. Okay, come on, let's find this card. Let's see if I can find it with ease. Teacher, perspective, guidance. Come on. You know, I won't be surprised if it's the last one. Because they always are, right? When you're looking for a card. I think I must have passed it. Oh, come on. Oh, here it is. This is my favorite card of any card from any Oracle deck that I own or have seen. Ambiguous Grief, I think, is a beautiful word for the grief that just really doesn't fit anywhere perfectly. And I do some grief work in the clinic that I work with, and I'm just really moved by this image. I think this image really speaks volumes what ambiguous grief could be. So that's this one. And if you notice, my voice has been raspy. It's been like that a while, and I have a cough drop in my mouth because I've had this cough since last year. So I'm getting some tests done to see what's going on. Now, this was a big find for me this year, the Savvy Soul Tarot. Sylvia from Fairlight Tarot showed this deck, and I really fell for it a lot. The gilding is cool, nice and silver. And the images are just phenomenal. I think this is a great deck for beginners as well. Well, no, it's not. But I like that there's a prompt at the bottom. Like, what's this? A Knight of Cups. The giver of love is the keeper of love. The lovers, love always your soul to feel free. And that's not how I necessarily see the lovers myself. The lovers really is about a decision that's going to have long-term consequences, either positive or negative. Oh, I love this one. The Eight of Wands. Sudden action must be taken. This is one of my favorite Eight of Wands of all time. It is so very different from something I've ever seen, but you see the action and the movement in this card very, very clearly. I'm not a big fan of the backs in the book. The font is, for me, is really hard to read. But I love using this deck. This is one of my go-to decks that I love very, very much. The glare. I'm going to have to still figure out this lighting. This lighting is horrible. But I love that it's everyday people involved in everyday activities. I love this for the Fool. Love it. And so this is the other thing. I like using an Oracle deck with a Tarot deck. And even though I can work with this one alone, I really wanted an Oracle deck, but I couldn't find one. So all of a sudden, somebody mentioned using the Savvy So Tarot with the Outlaw Oracle. And this is a deck I did not ever think I would buy. I was like, that's not me, you know. But when I got the deck and went through it, I was blown away by the images and the prompts at the bottom. Well, it's not really a prompt, but it tells you about the card. The backs are super cool. Let's see if I can get it up. Cardstock's really nice, very tactile. And so I was like, not for me. But as I flipped through these really, really spoke to me. I was very, very surprised. This is another one that's very straightforward, but not necessarily in a very kind or harsh way. It just tells you what you need to tell, and that's it. There is no, trying to sway you one way or the other. And you just take it as it comes. So let me put decks side by side. So generally what I do is I pull a card for this is a main reading, and then I'll take two cards and put them on the side by side, and I get my reading. And so doesn't that look stunning? Absolutely stunning. And let me show you another one. That's a very interesting card. Look at that. Works perfectly. Perfectly together. So I know the Savvy Soul Tarot is very difficult to get. And I was very lucky I was able to get it. I don't remember. I think somebody posted it in one of the Facebook pages. And I wrote right away. She still had it at a very reasonable price. So I bought it. No questions asked. That's not true. I asked her to do a couple of things. Many of you heard, I will have them show me two pictures or two cards of my own choosing to include the date written on a piece of paper. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I did it backwards. I can fix it later. I put the cards in the wrong boxes. So that way I know that they actually have the deck. Now, this was an unexpected purchase. I had mentioned that I wanted this deck in one of the pages. Somebody reached out to me and said that they had it. So I bought it. And that's the Cursed Agures Tarot deck. Now, I had seen some images and I was like, oh, I don't know. But I said, I'll give it a go. It's at a decent price. Not that I can afford to see how it works. And Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. Some of these images are really fascinating. And some of these images are very disturbing. Look at the eyes on this one. Quite disturbing. It feels like they got rabies. I love this image of the High Priestess. Very nice. Then we get the frogs, and the frogs kind of freak me out. See, this is the Emperor. Let's see. The Hangman, a little disturbing. Then we get the World. And then the Pentacles don't bother me at all. But the Cups, they give me the heebie-jeebies. Ooh. Yeah, that's too much. And then you add a spider to it. Too much. So this really isn't going to be honest, this is not a deck that I'm going to use. So the box is damaged, but she told me about that. So this is a deck that either I'll be selling or I will be trading for a deck that I do want. But I don't know what that is yet, so it's just going to stay on my shelf until that time comes. But I'm glad that I got it. Now that idea of I got to have it is gone. Because I don't have to have it. So, I got 2 more decks to go. This is not going to be a very long video. Okay, guys. This is a big deal. This is a really big deal. This is a deck that I've been wanting since I started my tarot channel, which is going to be 3 years. God, 3 years next month. And you just can't find it. It's hard to get your hands on it. And then the seller, people had shared some stories that didn't give me any confidence in purchasing the deck through her website. So I was talking to somebody, just chit-chatting, one of the other tarot tubers. And to my surprise, later in the week, a package arrived. And I got the Carte Postal Tarot. Can you believe how generous and sweet that person is for gifting me this? And one of the reasons I want it is it has a card. The first time I saw it, I just cried. I literally just sat there, tears streaming down my face, because of the image that I don't see very often. And when I opened up, I've been using this. Let me find the card. So the images are stunning. Just absolutely stunning. Okay, come on. But I just like the antique feel of the outside. I mean, there isn't really anything I don't like about this deck. This is a very cool wheel with people inside of it. Come on, there you go. And it is the card of the Lovers. The Fool is a very cool one as well. Oh, come on. Show up. Of course, again, I should have been prepared to put it the way I had it. But aren't these images so freaking amazing? Oh my gosh. Look at the Ace of Cups. That's beautiful. Oh, come on. Oh, the Hermit. Phenomenal. Oh, come on. Do me a favor and show up. But there isn't a single card in here that I dislike. And that's very rare. You know, you get a deck you don't like. Oh my God, the Knight of Swords. Just going 100%. Well, thinking about it, really. Come on, come on. Watch it be the last card. There it is. So, I told her the story of the card, right? This shows up at my home, and I opened the box, and my favorite card of all time is there. You know, growing up gay in America has been hugely challenging for people in my community. And to see these two men back in the day embracing each other and passionately expressing their love with this kiss just really took my breath away. Because they're in public, or at least I'm assuming they're in public. This is a collage deck. And the fact that they could be comfortable enough to do this really just touched me and made me cry, because I know so many other people can't still. And it reminded me the first time I saw two young men holding hands. I was at a community college, and I saw them, and I started to look around at the other students, and no one was looking at them. Everybody was minding their own business. And it was such a beautiful sight that I just stood there and just watched as long as I was able to. And this card, like Brokeback Mountain, I can't watch that movie. I watched that movie once. I can never watch it again. It broke my heart. But this is stunning. Absolutely stunning. And the fact that I have it is amazing. Now, I believe on her website, it states that she's going to do another print run, but maybe with some card changes. So you might want to go to the website and look. But, which I will purchase if it's true. Isn't that amazing? The Three of Wands. Amazing. I love this deck. So super grateful for this gift. This is only the second deck I've received as a gift. Very nice. No strings attached. Which, you know, this will always be one of my favorites. And finally, the last deck that I received, that I purchased myself, is The Mysteries of Mary Magdalene. This is the creator of Mysteries of Mary and Mysteries of the Black Madonna. Let me span out. That's Riz on the background. I haven't opened it because I want to do a walkthrough. So that'll be coming up soon, because I've had this deck for a month and I want to use it. So I'm very excited about this one. So we'll see how it goes. So let me turn the camera over and I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. So this video probably wasn't the best one. Like I said, I haven't done videos a lot. But I'm really happy with the decks I got. Frankly, I probably was a little too lazy about worrying about the lights and stuff. I just really wanted to put a video out there. This one, I love most of these decks. I'm really excited to really be back and to try to reconnect with everybody. So until next time, my name is Benny and I am the Fool's Apprentice. Bye guys.